Hello, everyone, and welcome. Okay, so I was gonna do something for a business card, but then I was kind of deciding, should I really do it? Again, there's certain other but it has your real name and everything. Essentially, people find out what their real name is, like on the internet, like Mr. Beast, his real name is Jimmy, but it's not. But it's not even that. But like, it's just more in the sense of like, I was kind of thinking about it, and then I kind of 30 seconds into the video, I stopped the recording because I was kind of just thinking, is there really a point of doing a business card? Most people now just send emails and everything. Oh, but you need to have a business card and everything. But like, do you really? Okay, you give someone your business card. Okay, that's great. And then they send you an email, and then they still ask you for like, okay, so what does your company do? What are your services? Like, can't you just send them and just send them to your website? So wouldn't it be smarter to like how to do like a website? I actually had that for another tutorial for another AI, but like even on ChatGPT, I think even have something on ChatGPT2. But the thing is actually finding a hosting service, but there's another place that I can do for how not to do, like you can get around it and after, because they themselves also host a service on their own kind of servers. But like, yeah, like can't you just go to the website and just then everything's explained already? That's how I just see it. It just seems like this, like more and more things are becoming obsolete. Like how no one really, like how you do in business. Who the hell calls anymore? Can't you just send me an email? Exactly. So here what we're gonna do is I had another customer. Man, this just trust me. But the Mediterranean, if you're gonna start a business, it's gonna be something. As they say, most people, as they say, if it's not about partying, eating out, or taking a nap, no one cares. Like no one cares. I'm being serious. No one really does, because supposedly being dumb and ignorant is the best way to enjoy life, and I don't think that's a good way of enjoying your life. But okay. But so another customer, so I got his website called Spain Club Promoter, and I was doing a chatbot for him, and I had all the code. So here's a step-by-step guide. Obviously, what's the purpose, all this type of stuff. You need to do all this. What are the event details? All this. How do I train it? So obviously the code would be here for the widget, the HTML code. So yes, for anyone people think, do I need to know how to code? No, you don't. There's another way of doing it. So this is the best way. But to finalize your product, I'm going to show you how to actually finalize it, because I do have some other stuff there. There's something else called Claude, but you can do it here too. But like, it's going to be a lot harder to finalize the product, because like Claude actually builds it in a certain way. And then obviously for it to get working, you might have to go into black box or what's another one? GenSpark, or obviously Manus or something along those lines. Black box is a new one. It's pretty neat. Yeah, it sounds like another interesting CIA experiment. It wouldn't surprise me if it is, but hey, it's really cool. So here's the HTML, obviously JavaScript, and obviously certain backend stuff. So, and obviously your testing and display with your feedback loop, all that type of stuff. And then, so now I have all the code. So now let's say you would paste it. Like, so now you're asking, okay, so how would I paste it? How would I do it? Like, I don't know anything about. Okay, so this is what you're gonna go in. You're gonna open up Claude, and you're gonna do this. This is Claude. Make sure 3.7 Sonnet's on. There are different models. Opus isn't too bad to a certain degree, but Sonnet has some potential. It's a lot better with certain complex stuff. Okay, so prime example. I am going to give you an example of Erica, for example. This is one of my what I'm currently working on to a certain degree. Okay, so we got Erica, for example. This is certain stuff. Okay, maybe not. Erica. Okay, there's that. Where is this one? I had some other stuff, but but I'll just show you Erica, and then this, for example, and then you got this, and then you would finalize it there. Or if you don't want to do that, you can go on to GenSpark. I'll show you GenSpark. Here it is. This is GenSpark. So I would go into my projects. And okay, let's see. Go into here. Oh my God. What did I just do? So here's that. Okay, it's not exactly that. It's one of these. Okay, so here's the code and everything. So you would have to do that, but where's the other type of stuff? I have something else here done. But this would be the code for it. Okay, here you go. I found it. So then you can go into GenSpark right here, and then you can do this. So it's not too bad. This is just the then you can make something like this, and then you can do like advanced implementation and all that type of stuff. So you would have something like that. So see if we can find like a better version. I have so many iterations of this. This is just thumbnails. Or is it here? I'm gonna find it. Yeah, there's so many iterations of this I'm trying to figure out. Okay, here it is. Maybe it's this one. It's the same thing, but you get the idea. So you have all this type of stuff, and then you're probably wondering, okay, so there's that, and there's, so now the next question is, okay, so let's say I don't, but the problem is you're saying that's the free version of it. I'm not too sure what the pro version is, but now let's say I want to really make it turn into something really, and into something functioning. So I'll go here and let's see. So I wanted to make it into something somewhat functioning. This is so you would go here, and then this is another one, but I wanted to finalize it in another way, but I couldn't really do it properly. So let's say, for example, access portfolio risk. There you go. You can do this. This is not really what I wanted. I wanted something more like the GenSpark idea. I messed up on this, but this is I'll show you the V1 version of it. I think I like it a lot better, but you get the idea. So you can do that, and then where's my V1? I wanted to make it a little bit more advanced like this. I wanted to merge both of them, but you get the idea. And so, oh my God. So then you can do something like this with the chatbot, but instead of it, this is just an example, but then you could finalize something along those lines with that code. And then now you're saying, okay, so that's that, but what's the chatbot use? So, okay, great. Now you have a chatbot. Okay, but what's it used for? So this guy had a holding company, and so obviously with the chatbot, obviously it comes the actual then like what's it being used for? Obviously, a chatbot is being used for a website or a certain type of service or whatever it could be. So the guy has a website. It's a holding company. So how would he do it? Okay, this is the template for the holding company, and obviously, with the okay, so it's the nightclub, all this type of stuff, restaurant brand, all that type of stuff. Why choose us? The usual luxury. So that was the chatbot idea. So for that, it's like, okay, so I need a chatbot for my holding company because now I have all these questions, I have all these types of things, and there's only so many people that can answer. So by doing that, now you have your chatbot. You get it on GenSpark or Manus. I'm going to show you Blackbox as well, but you get the idea. That you have all this type of stuff, the chatbot answers all the questions, and everything's kind of good. So I'll show you Blackbox. Give me a minute. It's pretty good too. Where is it? I'm gonna also show you another one, but it can prototype some stuff. Called Firebase. So I'll show that after, but I'm gonna focus. As I said, there's Blackbox. Here is Blackbox. So Blackbox, as I was saying. So it's built in with VS Code. It's a lot easier. You don't really have to do much. Okay, so this is Blackbox. What I was telling you, they have all these different models you can use: GPT-4, Grok 3, all this type of stuff. Okay, so now let's say you want to do a builder. So you got your app builder or your deep research or your think or whatever. And then let's say you want to do an app builder. You would click on this, and then by doing that, select your model. And then you have, obviously, there's Blackbox has its own AI. There's the new V3. R1 is really, really good for code. Sana 3.7 is a beast, as I showed you with certain things. And then you do the model, or you can select the models from here. And then you would build such, you would click on this, obviously, and then it would build the app. So there's another version of it. But now you're saying what about the hosting capabilities? You can either do that, and then obviously there's Qwen. Qwen's a beast. I do like Qwen for certain things. I think it's better for more artistic value, but they also are adding MCP to certain things, so I'm excited for that too. So they're upping their code. But again, there's that, and then so you have all these versions, and okay, so by doing that, then now you got your hosting site. The only thing that Manus has overall, this is that they have self-hosting. I'm not too sure on the pro versions of this they actually do have self-hosting because I haven't tried it out yet. But the whole point is that it can be done. So now you have your chatbot for, obviously this is for a holding company because the guy has clubs and nightclub. I'm not a big nightclub type of guy. I'm just that guy who just wants to like do his stuff, and I'm too American. I'm too American for this type of stuff. But all that type of stuff. Like I'm just a guy who wants to do his stuff and work, and then go home and just relax. I don't like to see. I'm not a partier or not this. I'm just that guy. I want to get here, and that's it. I want to get to my big goal, and that's it. That's all I really care about. And lots of people are saying, "Oh, that's not enjoying life," but partying all the time, getting a lot of loans, eating, napping, all that type of stuff, living off the government, all that's really enjoying life. Not so much. And then since you live off the government, then the government tells you what to do, and yeah, I'll pass. I'll pass on that. But yeah, that's what you would do. So there's other versions. Again, I haven't tried out the other pro versions just yet, but again, I've heard that it has some potential, and obviously I heard Gemini 2.5 Pro has a lot of potential with the code. It's pretty good. They say it's the best coding agent out there so far. I'm not too sure. I haven't tried it out yet, but I do know DeepSeek R1 does some pretty good code if you know how to use it. R2 is going to be dropping, I think, in May, so that's going to be exciting too. But But you got that. So that's how you do your chatbot. Obviously, the nightclub is an example. Obviously, you can use the chatbot for many different reasons, for your online clothing store, or your online jewelry store, or whatever it might be. But like you can do a lot of other things with it. So obviously, for a chatbot, okay, but what's it for? Like you just go, here's a chatbot, but what's it being used for? So now you know. And obviously, thank you for watching. And don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, Mr. Z out.